What's up, everyone? Mitch Sadowski with Airtoss Performance, taking you through some of our tactical preparation, decompression, things that we can do when we come on shift, things that we can do off shift, and also things that we can do when we come back from a call, specifically when we're loaded up with gear, how to help decompress our spine, help reset our nervous system, just get us moving a little bit better. First thing we're gonna do is just take you through some foundation training flows. These are very basic. It's breathing, positional breathing, and decompression for the spine, just like we talked about. First thing we're gonna do is just get right into it. We're gonna go through our founder's pose. I'm gonna show you a couple of different angles so you can focus on what I'm doing with my setup, what I'm looking for, what I'm trying to activate, and what I'm trying to feel. The first thing is our founder's pose. So I'm gonna start with my feet about shoulder width apart. I'm gonna make sure that my feet aren't turned out. Slightly turned in, internal rotation is fine. Straight ahead is just fine as well, just nothing turned out. I'm gonna grip the floor with my big toes, my pinky toes, and my heels. Those are my points of contact that I'm gonna look for. The first part that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hinge back by pushing my hips back, and I'm gonna take my hands, I'm gonna anchor into the ground. I'm going to create a sphere of tension in my fingertips. So I'm going to think about pressing so that if there's a $100 bill between my fingertips, you wouldn't be able to pull that $100 bill out. As I reach my hips back, I'm going to reach my hands forward, and I'm going to breathe from here. I'm going to breathe deep in through my nose and forcefully out through my mouth. So notice how my head stays maybe into slight extension. I'm not dropping my chin down, but I'm not looking straight ahead either. I'm kind of keeping my eyes out to the horizon. As I breathe, I'm working on lengthening the spine, pushing my hips back, getting as far away from my fingertips as possible, and adding tension in through my lower back. As I'm breathing, I'm also trying to feel my diaphragm engage. As I exhale, I want to feel that rib cage drive down. As I inhale, I want to feel my rib cage lift. The sternum kind of acts as a pump handle. I'm not breathing up into my shoulders. I'm thinking about expanding my rib cage. That's our first founder's pose. From there, I'm going to build into a little bit of a foundation flow. So I'm going to get back into that same position, feet shoulder width apart, my anchor's down, so my big toe, little toe, and inside of the heel, I'm going to drive my edges of my feet into the floor, and I'm going to crush the floor together, trying to create less space. From here, I'm going to get into that same hinge. I'm going to push my arms back. Again, neck slightly extended, not looking forward, but not looking down either. I'm just kind of gazing to the horizon. I'm going to press my arms back, externally rotating my hands, so palms to the floor. This is going to be my first hold. I'm going to hold for about 5 to 10 seconds. From here, I'm then going to lift, creating space from my middle fingers all the way back through my hips. I'm pressing everything away. I'm feeling an enormous amount of tension in my hamstrings. Low back should be trembling. I'm going to hold this position for about 10 seconds as well. After my 10, I'm going to bring my hands across my chest, and I'm going to do 10 pulsed good mornings. Every time I come up, I want to feel a deeper stretch in my hamstrings. And notice how all the work's coming from my hips. I'm not coming up and down through my back. Okay, I want to push back, and I'm going to pulse through the hamstrings and the glutes. Once I get to that 10th rep, I'm going to sit back into that stretch through the hamstrings, hands go back to reset my next set. Again, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. The more we breathe, the better our space. And then I'll bring those arms up again. I'll reach. Hold for 10. Bring those hands back down across the chest. and I'll do those 10 good mornings. After 3 sets, once I do that last good morning and those hands come back, I'm going to reach my hands down to the floor. I'm going to push back into my heels. I'm going to get a good stretch on that hamstring. If you can go palms all the way down, great. And I'm going to breathe here for about 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, I'm going to reset. So I'm going to go hands on shins, back into that extended lower back, and then stand back up. From there, I'm going to take my hands to the sky in a split stance. So I'll start with my left foot forward, right foot back. I'm going to bring my hands up. I'm going to interlock my fingers, go palms to the sky. I'm going to extend back, and I'm going to side bend over that front leg, really focusing on anchoring that left heel down. We should feel a lot of tension in that left heel, left hamstring, left glute. And as I'm doing this, I'm feeling a big stretch on my right side, all the way down that anterior side, the front side. And then I'm going to pump my heel up and down. Every time that heel drops down, I'm going to feel a bigger stretch on the front of that right side. After about 10 of those, I'm going to straighten back up, bring those arms down, and switch sides. I'm going to go through that whole thing again on my left side. Hands go to the sky, palms up, interlocking the fingers. Extend back, side bend to the right, creating that big stretch on the left. After about 10 to 15 seconds, I'm going to do 10 pulses, really focusing on getting a big, deep stretch on that left side. Notice I'm not doing a split squat. The only thing that's moving is just that left ankle, left heel. After that, I'm going to straighten back up, lean forward, come back. Next thing I'm going to do is get into our wide stance. So I'm going to go feet about as wide as I can. Again, feet aren't turning out. They're going to stay straight ahead or maybe slightly in. And I'm going to go through a couple of things here. So I'm going to go through a wide founders. And I'm going to hold this position, feeling a lot of stretch in that adductor and the hamstrings. From here, I'm going to go down to the ground, and I'm going to bring my palms down to the floor, pushing back into the hamstrings and the heels, feeling a good stretch. And now from here, I'm going to rotate up. Every time I rotate, I want to feel a stretch on that opposite side. So a stretch on that right adductor as I rotate. Another option is to actually row, turn and go up. And then from there, I'm going to switch sides. We're going to go 10 rotations, and then we're going to go 10 on the other side, making sure that I'm not falling forward into my toes. I'm continuing to push back into my hips. After 10, I'm going to bring those hands back to my shins. I'm going to lift up and hold, and then I'll stand all the way back up. The last thing we're going to do, and you can separate these out. You don't have to go through everything in order just like this. When we come back, you can do one or the other. When you come on shift, you can grab a couple of the different parts of these. So the last thing I'm going to do is a cervical flow. So I'm going to start with my feet in a split stance. Again, anchoring that left foot down, right foot back. I'm going to set my arms by pushing them down into the floor. So I want to feel my lats engage. I'm going to look up, and then I'm going to pull my chin down, lifting the crown of the head, almost pulling that chin back. So I'm not tucking down, just pull back, and I'm going to take 2 big deep breaths. After those 2 breaths, I'm going to reset and switch feet. Right foot forward, left foot back. Again, creating tension down. I want to feel my lats engage, almost like I'm pinching that $100 bill. I'm pinching that between my armpit and my lat, pushing those hands down into the floor, making sure the rib cage expands, lifting the head to reset, shoulders down, pull the chin back. From that split stance, I'm going to go feet shoulder width apart. Hands by my side, slight pelvic tilt. So I'm going to take my pelvis, tuck underneath, same foot position. I'm going to grab the sides of the ground with the outsides of my feet. I'm going to crush in by squeezing my knees together, not collapsing in, but squeezing in with that posterior tilt. Arms are down into the floor, opening the palms into external rotation, lifting the head, setting the neck back. 3 big deep breath cycles. Every time I exhale, I'm trying to reach further down, pulling the shoulders away from my neck, trying to get more space through the cervical spine. From there, I'm going to go back into my split stance. So we're going to start left foot forward. I'm now going to, again, set that posterior tilt, driving the left heel in the ground. I'm going to get my arms out big, like I'm hugging a big physio ball or something like a big redwood tree. I'm trying to get my arms around. I'm going to push my elbows out away without lengthening the arms. I'm going to push my elbows away from each other, creating a stretch and space across the rib cage. And I'm going to inhale, and I'm going to look to my right. Then I'll look left. I'm going to do 3 breath cycles looking each direction, and I'm going to then switch feet right back into that same position. Every time we look, we inhale, exhale, and then rotate to the other side. After 3 cycles, we're going to get into our last position, which is another wide stance. We're going to work on stretching the front muscles of the neck by pulling the corners of my mouth down to the outer part of the jaw. We're going to look like a sad clown pulling down, and you're going to feel a huge stretch here. And I'm just going to stretch side to side for about 10 seconds. After that 10 seconds, I'm going to stay in the same position. I'm now going to strengthen those muscles after we stretch them. I'm going to look up. As I'm exhaling, I'm pulling the chin down, pulling the crown of the head up, and getting away from the front part of my body. So I'm trying to pull the skull back into a stacked position atop my shoulders. We'll go 3 breath cycles through there. There's our cervical decompression.